Hi, I'm Jonathan from Faustus Tailoring. There seems to be a lot of confusion around the terms half canvas and full canvas when people come to ordering a suit, so I thought this little video would be helpful in explaining what those two terms actually refer to. But before we do that, I thought it would be useful for you to see what these main ingredients are. So this is a canvas, this is canvassing. This particular one is a wool and camel hair blend, and you can see it's got a little bit of drape in it, but it's also quite stiff. And what happens is, this is what's underneath the cloth, the exterior of the garment. They would put the two together, and there are little light stitches, it's either done by hand or machine, that would hold this canvas to the exterior cloth. And what happens is this gives that exterior cloth a little bit more structure so that tailors can sculpt it into making a beautiful suit. And that's the idea behind it. The key thing that happens with canvassing is, and this is something important to remember, is that when you have these little stitches that hold them together, there's technically a small amount of movement or play that occurs between the exterior and this canvassing. Very important to remember that detail. These are, I should say, two examples of fusing, the other main ingredient you'll encounter in the made-to-measure suit world. So fusing, you can see, is a mesh material, and if you could feel it, you'd feel like there's little beads across the cloth. And what happens is they put that in the same place they would as the canvas in a garment, and they lay the exterior cloth on top of it, and they press it. And when the heat and the moisture go through it, it melts these little beads and it adheres to the exterior cloth, giving the cloth a little bit more structure in a similar way that canvas would do. The thing you have to remember here is that there is, once glued, there is no movement between the exterior cloth and the fusing. Now let's look at a full canvas garment. This is an excellent example of a full canvas garment. This particular one is a bespoke fitting that I've just simply turned inside out and put it on a mannequin so you could see it. You can see the canvassing I was showing you earlier, the exact same type. Starts at the hem of the garment and runs all the way up underneath this chest padding, all the way along the top to the top of the lapel and behind the shoulder seam. And what's interesting about it is, if you look at how it moves, it's got a little bit more, it's more fluid, more drapey. And you can see that I can also actually, I don't know if I'm blocking it, but you can see I can put my fingers in between the canvas and that exterior cloth. And that is a key feature of it being canvassed. This is a half canvas construction, and you can see the black fusing that I showed you in the beginning of the video, how it starts at the hem of the jacket and it runs all the way up underneath this very minimal floating chest padding, goes up to the top of the lapel, and it runs just behind the shoulder seam. And that is what makes a half canvas garment. The key thing to remember here is that if you look at how it moves, I know it's on a mannequin, but it's a little bit stiffer because you can't get between. Once it's fused, that's it. So that is the difference between a half canvas and a full canvas construction. And now you know you'll be able to make a better decision about which option is right for you when you order your suit. Thank you very much for listening. If you have any comments or further questions, put it in the thing below. Thanks very much.